49 more cases of COVID-19 have been logged in the state since Tuesday. That brings the total number of cases to 2,276.
That's right. And of those, 1,371 are considered active cases, what they refer to them as. It's something that Arkansans have been keeping a very close eye. 42 Arkansans have died since the first case was reported in the state. 97 people hospitalized. 23 of those are on ventilators. There are 170 cases in total of 31 Arkansas nursing homes. 863 Arkansans meet the criteria for full recovery. And more than 27,000 tests have been performed across the state, and they have come back negative. Today, the governor expanded on what the governor had to say concerning that. Hey, Jay.
Yeah, big news today from the governor's press conference on what the restrictions they are looking at potentially lifting on May 4th. The governor announced today that they are lifting the ban on elective surgeries as of next Monday, provided that the patients are tested within 48 hours of the procedure, they don't have any underlying conditions, they can only be outpatient procedures, and that the facility is well stocked on PPE. Now, other restrictions will be discussed and actions announced next week. On April 29th, we'll hear a decision on restaurants. On the 30th, it will be gymnasiums. May 1st, barbershops and salons. All of those, if approved, will take place on that May 4th target date. Then on May 4th, a decision on places of worship and large venues such as arenas and stadiums will be announced, and that will go into place the following Monday. Officials have said that Arkansas is working in conjunction with other states, but will be basing these decisions largely on what's happening in Arkansas.
Our approach seems very reasonable. We'll monitor it. Of course, if we see a resurgence of cases, we can always back off. We do have other states that are, and we'll also learn from their experience.
Life is not going to change in terms of our self-protection and our admonishment that if you're in a vulnerable population, you need to be careful. And so those are going to be consistent through the different phases into the near future, despite the fact that we're looking on ways to lift some of these restrictions so people can make a living.
Now, dentist offices and other facilities similar to that do fall under this loosened restriction guidelines, although those recommendations still do apply to those facilities as well. And Dr. Nate Smith still recommends that people put off those as long as they possibly can. From the state capitol, Jay Burke, KARK 4 News.